Hi there, it's Coot here. I trust you've been doing your homework and been having an amazing period of time since then. And the more you put in to the preparation that leads up to the Man Breakthrough Experience weekend, I promise you, the more you will receive from the weekend itself. The weekend is, a few days live with me and in this amazing group of women transforming, peeling away the layers, decoding, healing. It's going to be an amazing weekend. But just know the weekend does not simply start when you walk into that room. The weekend begins the moment you sign up, and all of the preparation is a part of assisting you in being available, open, willing, and ready. So, are you doing your homework? I really hope you're doing your homework, because it will assist you in getting even more from the experience. So my question is this: how much do you want to get from the Man Breakthrough Experience? I know that might sound like a strange question, but sit with it for a moment. How much do you want to receive from the Man Breakthrough Experience weekend? You tell me. Because my response will be, you will receive what you put in. You will get out of the weekend what you bring to the weekend and what you bring to the entire experience. So on some level, what I'm saying is, you have all the power here. Sit with that a moment. You have all the power to determine what happens during your weekend. How you show up, how you play, how you participate, how you do your homework, how you do your preparation. All of that will determine, self-determined by you, how much you're going to get out of this experience. So I ask you again, how much do you want to get out of this experience? There is as much available to you, I promise, there is as much available to you from this weekend as you're available to receiving. There's as much available to you from the weekend as you're available to holding and receiving. But it's going to be determined by your openness, by your willingness, and by your commitment. You're going to hear me talk a little bit about that during the weekend, right in the beginning. Your openness, your willingness, your availability, and your commitment. Are you really available for a breakthrough? Are you really available for the things you say you want? Are you really available for certain patterns to transform? Are you really committed to that? Many people, get a coach, or they go to seminars, or they do trainings, and what I found is many times they're not really available. Forget being committed. They're not even that truly available. It reminds me of a story. I was in a liquor store getting some, water or whatever it was a few years back. And I saw this really amazing woman. She must have been about 50 years old. She was Latino, and she had these two beautiful children with her. And she was buying lottery tickets. And I just, tapped her on the shoulder and gave her a smile. And I said, I really hope you win. Good luck. And she looked at me and she says, I'm not going to win. And I thought to myself, why are you even buying the lottery tickets if you've already determined that you're not going to win? She had already made up in her mind what the outcome was going to be, and she was buying the tickets. She must have spent like $6 on some tickets, but she wasn't even emotionally, mentally, psychically, spiritually available to receiving the abundance, to receiving, winning the lottery ticket. Why would you play? Exactly. Why would you bother playing the lottery if you're not actually open to receiving it? Yet so many of us do that. We go into a relationship, we go into an experience, we go into a seminar, and somewhere in here, we've been disappointed so many times. We've been let down so many times. Perhaps things haven't fulfilled our expectations, and we're really not that fully available or open. So I ask you to look at your availability, and I ask you to look at your willingness. I ask you to look at your commitment. Are you really available to having this experience work for you? This experience will work. It will do its part. Are you available to having it work for you? And what are you bringing to the experience? What you bring to the weekend and what you bring to the man breakthrough journey will determine what you get out of the man breakthrough experience. I'm going to say that again. What you bring to the man breakthrough weekend is going to determine what you get out and receive from the man breakthrough experience weekend. How much do you want to receive? One of the most important factors after coaching people from all walks of life, one of the most important factors I talked about in the last video in really assisting people in transforming is honesty. You got to be truly aware and honest with where you're at and where you're not. One of the other really important factors is commitment. Commitment. What I found, one of the reasons I found that individuals don't transform, don't shift, is they're really not that committed. We might say we are. We might, scream at the top of lungs, I'm really committed, but when it comes down to it, there's sometimes something inside of us that really is not truly committed to shifting. Perhaps we have an unconscious payoff for why we're afraid of truly transforming ourselves. Maybe there's a fear of losing our friends. Maybe there's a fear that our relationship will end. Maybe sometimes there's a fear of letting go of certain ways of being and certain patterns, because that's how we know how to survive, to function, to avoid pain. That's how we know, that's how people in the world know us. That's how we get love and approval and attention. And sometimes it can be detrimental, but that's all we know. So sometimes there can be unconscious or even conscious ulterior motives for not transforming, for not shifting, even though we might be giving a kind of lip service to, yes, I must shift, yes, I must transform. Are you really, truly committed to transforming? Yes or no? Sit with that. Because I promise you, if you come into this experience and you come into this weekend with 100% openness, availability, and willingness to having a breakthrough during this man breakthrough weekend, my promise is it will already happen. For some of you, the breakthrough will happen even before you walk into that room during the weekend. Leading up to it, that breakthrough will happen. And the weekend will kind of be the icing on the cake. But if you come into this weekend committed, really committed, you know the experience where you're committed, where you're not showing up to the weekend like, well, I'm curious, let's see what happens. I'm kind of interested to see what this guy has to say. Let's see what happens. Let me just check this out. Kind of 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I mean, it's like going into a relationship. If you go into a relationship with someone you truly want to be with, and it's like, well, let me just check this out. Let me see what happens. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That relationship won't really be nourished and developed in the way that it could. Okay? Similarly, the man breakthrough weekend, if you show up with kind of 1 foot in and 1 foot out, then that's what you're going to get. I'm inviting you, because my commitment is I want you to get the most out of this experience, which is why we're giving a little preparation up front, so that when you show up, you can be as available, as open, as ready, as willing as possible, so we can just dive in. If you show up to this weekend fully committed, fully ready, fully willing, fully available, it's kind of like with the spirit and attitude of, you know what? And really taking full responsibility for your experience and your commitment to creating a breakthrough for yourself during this weekend. If you show up with that commitment, I will meet you in that place, because the space has already been set for you. The experience is waiting for you, and if we meet in that place together of commitment, I give 100%, the process gives you 100%, you give 100%. I promise your man breakthrough will happen on every level of your being. Every level of your being. Imagine what will be possible. Imagine what will be available. Imagine what's possible in the area of your relationship with men. as a result of shifting some of those exact patterns that you know are stopping you. It will take your commitment. So here's my question. Are you truly committed? Are you truly willing, open, ready, available, and committed? Because that will determine what you experience on the man breakthrough experience. So between now and the next video, I want you to really get clear on your commitment to creating transformation, your commitment to dealing with some of those layers, your commitment. If you show up with that spirit of, I'll jump in, I'll do whatever it takes during this weekend, magic will happen and is waiting for you during this time. So get clear on your commitment and really focus, feel, connect to that commitment. And I invite you to stay in a relationship with that. Breathe that in every day. Imagine what's possible. And bring all of that to your weekend. Bring all of that to your weekend. Can't wait to see you. I'm getting really excited. And sending you lots of love and a big hug wherever you are. I'll be seeing you very soon. Enjoy the next video. Love now.